So ADHD has become better recognised and diagnosed, and again, it's being better recognised in some groups that were previously undiagnosed, so women, for example. And alongside things like a reduced stigma around conditions such as ADHD, there is much more public awareness, and also things like more people talking about it on social media. And after a long period of underdiagnosis where lots of cases in children were missed or just not recognised, there's now a bit of catch-up happening.
There is another explanation that he conveniently leaves out, that I'm sure he's well aware of because the BBC has reported on it previously. Let's skip ahead and see if future him can give us an answer.
So PIP, a personal independence payment, is the working age benefit which helps individuals in England, Wales and Northern Ireland deal with the extra costs of having a physical or mental health condition or disability. Now, it's based on whether or not you meet the criteria for completing certain daily living tasks. In addition, you need to be 16 or over, have a long-term physical or mental health condition or disability, you have difficulty doing those everyday tasks or getting around, and you expect those difficulties to last for at least 12 months from when they started. And plenty of people with ADHD do successfully claim PIP, around 100,000 in April of this year according to recent statistics. Now, just over half of those people were aged 16 to 24. And the number has gone up very steeply in the last couple of years. It was around 70,000 in July 2024, so just 2 years ago. That increase is likely due to some familiar factors, like an improved recognition of the condition to more people seeking help, plus changing expectations of support.
Or perhaps when you pay people to be ill, you get more ill people. Ever thought of that? This is just basic economics this guy is overlooking. There's a common saying within economics: show me the incentives, I'll show you the outcomes. If you're a teenager and you can pass some basic checklist, which is all it is, and get paid for something that doesn't require any biological proof, why wouldn't you do it? I mentioned that the BBC had reported on this, so it's extra disgraceful that they act as if this is just about decreasing stigma, this kind of nonsense. So this is from early July. Our rise in ADHD benefits claims is adding to welfare spending challenge. BBC reports the total bill for working age sickness and disability benefits has been increasing rapidly since 2020. It currently stands at £58 billion and has been projected to rise to £78 billion by 2030, according to the Office for Budget Responsibility. More than 100,000 people with ADHD as their main condition now receive personal independence payments, PIP, an increase of 40% in these cases since Labour came to power 2 years ago. They continue, PIP is the working age benefit which helps individuals deal with extra costs of having a physical or mental health condition or disability. It was introduced in 2013 as a replacement for a disability living allowance. You do not have to be out of work to claim PIP, and it does not come with requirements to seek work. People currently receive between £1,580 and £10,120 per year, depending on the severity of their condition. Official figures show total PIP claims in England and Wales now stand at 4 million, up from 3.6 million when Labour took power, an increase of around 400,000. The overall rise in claimants continues an earlier upward trend that was clear under the previous Conservative government. A growing share of new PIP claims since the 2020 pandemic has been related to mental health or neurodevelopmental conditions, with the share of total claims related to ADHD, autism, depression or anxiety rising from around 16.5% in 2020 to 24% in 2026. So the ADHD stuff is actually just the tip of the iceberg. There's another report from The Independent. They break it down by different psychiatric diagnoses. ADHD is around 100,000, that's nothing. The depressive disorders and anxiety, they're over 400k. Autism over 250,000. Mood disorders, vastly above ADHD as well. So it's just the economics. You pay people to pass these arbitrary tests that are very easy to pass, and hit these criteria, because there's no biological examination required or needed. It's just checklists. So why wouldn't teenagers that have inherited this scam economy and are struggling, why wouldn't they try and get some money? Don't blame them at all. I take issue with the psychiatric establishment that wants to claim that all of this stuff is an illness and frame it that way. But whether people are struggling or not, they're doing this honestly or not, again, the economics, you subsidize, you get more of what you subsidize.
So ADHD affects people in lots of different ways, and no two experiences are exactly the same. But this is really important. If anything in this video feels familiar, experts say the first step is to speak to a healthcare professional rather than relying on social media or online checklists alone.
Yeah, go pay hundreds of pounds for one of these scam diagnoses and assessments, evaluations like are advertised in the London Metro. Here's a photograph that Sami Tamimi, psychiatrist, shared a few months back. Stuff is absolutely criminal. So to just reiterate, it's not a mystery why there's been this explosion. The UK government spends more on welfare than it takes in income taxes. So whether you are struggling with some kind of psychological issue or not, if your goal is to simply accelerate the death spiral of the UK economically, go ahead and claim PIP and get paid to be a psychiatry patient. Again, I don't blame these teenagers especially at all, but just don't pretend that this is any kind of brain disease. These people that want to claim, oh, it's just we just want to destigmatize and help people, it's all nonsense. This is economics. It's a massive money-making industry. Preying on people's empathy, as usual.